Hey friends, today I'm going to show you how to do split stitch. I have not done many of these videos before. It's the beginning of many, so any feedback is awesome. I would love to know what you think, how I'm doing, and yeah, I just want everyone to be able to learn to stitch if they want to, and hopefully it will be helpful to watch me muddle through it too. So in your little stitch guide with all the instructions, we flick to split stitch, this one here. And as I've said in the booklet, traditionally split stitch is sewn in a certain way where you put the needle down and up in one motion, but I have tweaked it a little bit and I want to show you the way that I do it because I find that a little bit more simple, I guess, and I think it works just as well. So it's not the full traditional method, but it creates the same effect, in my opinion. So we'll grab our threaded needle. I'm using 3 threads for this word because I don't want it to be too thick. So you start at the beginning of the letter just with a regular stitch. At the back we'll leave a short length of thread so that we can sew over and under it. I'll show you that as I go if you like. So you start off with a regular stitch. And then working around the corner, we've got a curve straight away. That was clever, wasn't it? We make the stitches smaller as we go around the curve. Then we go up at the bottom and we go back in through the previous stitch. And at the back, we're making sure we hold our thread so the next stitch will go on this side and the thread will be caught up underneath, which will tie it off. We put the needle stitch length down away from the previous thread, and then we thread it back in through the middle of the previous stitch. And on the back again, make sure we've caught that thread to tie it in. And then we can do the next stitch. The curve's becoming wider now, so we can make the stitches a little bit longer. Back through the middle of the previous stitch. As you can see, it doesn't have to be completely perfect or completely in the middle even. The more you practice, the easier it will become, but it can still be a mission. This letter's actually very curvy. So you can try and connect it into the stitch before on the curve. To help it make that smooth line. And then as we get to the tight part of the curve, we start to make the stitches smaller. So it forms the tighter curve. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I you can see I'm going to pull this middle part back over this way a little bit as I put it down into the middle. And then we finish off with a tiny stitch and then back into the middle. And sometimes, this is another little trick I have, sometimes if you want that curve to be tighter at the end, you can pop your needle up through there and poke it tightly on the other side of the letter to pull it all the way down. You will see that, so it depends if you mind about that or not, but it can help. So now on this very straight H, I will show you okay, so start off with a regular stitch, and then the length of about half this stitch is where you want to put your needle back in, so that when you create the whole stitch, it's the same length. And as we said before, it doesn't matter if it's not exactly even. The more you practice, the more even you'll be able to get it. Because we're doing letters and they are quite small, you'll probably generally be working with quite small stitches. But if you were sewing something larger, you can also do these stitches quite large. See, I've done that one very big. I'll finish off with a tiny stitch at the end that can go halfway up that one to help it look neat. And then for the arm of the H, I'm going to tuck this thread underneath, because I actually should have done that first. See? I'm learning with you, not thinking straight. If you do the arms first, then it can just look a little bit neater at the end, where you do the outside part. So we'll do these nice straight stitches, and this has a very tight corner, so then we can just make a couple of very tiny stitches. To come back down to get that tight corner. Drag that up to where we want it to be, and as we come back down, you can see I've gone a little bit off the line just because I found that corner a bit tight, which is fine. The line is there as a guide, and if you waver from it a little bit, it will still look absolutely fine. So we can come back down parallel to where the line is, just pulling that into the corner. The lovely thing about this is that there is no right or wrong, and however it works for you is awesome. We've come back down to make that H. finish it off with a tiny stitch at the end. Pull the stitch over as we put it in the middle. And there you have it. Awesome. Hopefully that was helpful, guys. I will continue with my choosing word, and then we'll see how we go with the word joy. I can show you a new stitch. Thanks for watching.